Despite all the drama of earlier space feats, despite all the discussions of scientific and philosophic implications, despite all the anticipation, it still was almost incredible. Centuries of dreaming, a decade of planning, were nearing a climax. And a special breed of 20th century explorer, the men of Apollo 11, were on their way. Spacecraft Commander Neil Armstrong, 39, not a man for small moments. Michael Collins, 38. His approach? Stay casual. Edwin Aldrin Jr., 39. Part engineer, part scientist, all pilot.
Altitude, velocity, light. 8.5 down, 220 feet. 15 forward. 11 forward, coming down nicely, 200 feet. 4.5 down, 5.5 down. Within 60 feet, 6.5 down, 5.5 down. 9 forward. Good. In 20 feet. 100 feet, 3.5 down, 9 forward. 5%. How many feet? 75 feet. Guys looking good, down a half. 6 forward. 60 seconds. Lights on. 6. Down 2.5. Forward. Forward. That's 40 feet, down 2.5. Picking up some dust. 30 feet, 2.5 down. Straight shadow. 4 forward. 4 forward, drifting to the right a little. Down a half. 30 seconds. Forward, just. Okay. Contact light. Okay, engine stop. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
And has been for just 6 hours. A little over, a few minutes over 6 hours.
Roger.
And have been living on the moon.
Do you think you can open the hatch at this pressure, about 0.12 psi? Okay, the valve's throttle. Okay.
We learned that an overworked computer had been guiding Eagle toward a boulder-filled crater. Armstrong grabbing manual control to steer over the rocks to a smooth, safe spot for landing.
It's presumed that tens of millions of people are listening right now to the biggest single audience for what is certainly the biggest single event in man's scientific lifetime.
Your window cleared yet? The water window cleared yet? It was, yeah. Mine hasn't cleared yet.
I believe what's happening...
Cabin pressures on both vehicles reading 4.9 pounds per square inch. Columbia's temperature 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Eagle's temperature 61 degrees Fahrenheit.
This is Houston. Any joy on the limb that pass over? Okay, start. Make plus water hose to PGA. Columbia, this is Houston, over. Columbia, go ahead. Columbia, this is Houston. We'd like you to cycle the fans in cryohydrogen tank number 1, and LOS time this orbit is 11119er31. Correction, make that for the next orbit. You already have the ALS LOS for this orbit. Have the ALS LOS for this. Roger on time, and you want to cycle the fan and cryo hydrogen tank 1. Roger out. Go ahead, Buzz. This is Houston. Roger. Our comm just seemed to clear up a good bit. Did SM just go over the hill? Negative. He's been over the hill here for a minute or so.
to pull this hatch open against this pressure that it will be forcing it back against, and any leakage from their suit systems or anything whatsoever.
The hatch is coming open.
It's coming open.
Yeah, hold it from going closed, and I'll get the valve to, okay? And I better get up first.
It's a two-man job. Aldrin and Armstrong both working on the Eagle hatch.
Hatch reported coming open at 109 hours, 8 minutes, 5 seconds.
Roger, were you successful in spotting the LEM on that pass? Over.
Negative. I checked both locations. There's no joint.
No doubt.
Okay, if you'd like to look again, next pass we have a different set of coordinates based on the onboard T-57 solution of them. These are Echo decimal 3 and 4.8. I say again, Echo decimal 3, 4.8. Same chart, over.
Mission Control in communication with Mike Collins in Columbia. Mission Control has dual responsibilities here. They've got to keep tabs on Mike Collins in Columbia, at the same time watching the activities of Armstrong and Aldrin in Eagle as Armstrong prepares to move out onto the deck and down to the moon soil. Of course, this is an activity they have rehearsed countless times in preparation for this mission, and they are probably so busy doing the things that they have to do that they have had little or no time to consider just where they are and register any emotional impact at this point.
They've been on the PLSSs now for 16 and a half minutes.
Columbia, this is Houston. We show you nearing high gain antenna scan limit. When you lose lock on us, we request Omni Delta. Omni Delta when you lose lock, over.
Delta. Delta when you lose. Roger, Omni Delta.
We're 8 minutes away from loss of signal on Columbia.
Okay, my wind is cleared. I'm going to go to... I might cool it up a little bit. Okay, my wind is clear.
Those the lunar module flyers now.
Well, they can see outside of their spacesuits.
All RCU windows are clear. Time circuit is 4243. And I got FN pressure light, a 3 amp light, and an ECS light. Yeah, and we got a water separator light. Water, all check. All right. And I'll look at your cabin fan, one circuit breaker. You look at the glycol secondary.
Neil Armstrong suit pressure 4 point.
It's cooling now. Me too. Okay. I call pump secondary circuit breaker open. I can see that. I have to lean this way. Can't go any further. My cabin fan 1 is, yeah, that's good. Can you check it? It's open. Verified. Okay. Non-pings radar circuit breakers open. Well, I'm looking head on at it. I'll get it. Okay, let me get your antenna. Out. Okay. About ready to go down and get the move. My antenna's out. Right. Okay, now we're ready to hook up the LEC here. Alright, that should go down. They would no twists now. Put the bag out this way. That's even. There you hooked up to it. Okay, now we need to hook this. Yeah, move that up there. Okay, your visor. Yeah. Look at your back is up against the bird. Right now it's on top of the disky. Forward and up. Now you're clear. A little bit toward me. Stay down. Your left a little bit. Plenty of room. Get you lined up nicely. Toward me a little bit. Down. Okay, now you're clear. It's catching the first hinge often. The what hinge? All right, move. Your roll to the left. Okay, now you're clear. Lined up on the platform. Move your left foot to the right a little bit. Okay, that's good. All left. Good. Okay, I'm going to check pass here. Okay, you're not quite squared away. Hold to the right a little. Hair even. That's okay. That's good. Got plenty of room to your left. It's a little close on the side. How am I doing? You're doing fine. Okay, you want this bag? Yep. Better. Okay, Houston, I'm on the porch.
Roger, Neil.
He's got 9 steps to go before he puts a left foot out on the lunar soil.
Okay, stand by, Neil.
Columbia, this is Houston, 1 minute, 30 seconds to LOS. All systems go, over.
Over the arm in it, Neil. Okay. Get a little slack.
Neil Armstrong on the porch at 109 hours, 19 minutes, 16 seconds.
You need more slack, Buzz? No, hold it just a minute. Okay.
.25 minutes of PLSS time expended now.
Okay, everything's nice and straight in here. Okay, can you pull the door open a little more? Right? Yeah. Okay. Did you get the main down? I'm going to pull it now. Houston, the Mesa came down, all right.
Houston, roger, we copy, and we're standing by for your TEV.
Houston, this is Neil, radio check.
Neil, this is Houston, loud and clear. Break. Buzz, this is Houston, radio check and verify TV circuit breaker in.
Roger, TV circuit breaker's in. Read loud and clear.
Roger. And we're getting a picture on the TV.
You got a good picture, huh?
There's a great deal of contrast in it, and currently it's upside down on our monitor, but we can make out a fair amount of detail.
Okay, would you verify the position, the opening I ought to have on the camera?
Stand by. Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now.
Neil, we can see you coming.
Just a few feet below the curious lunar soil.
Okay, I just checked, getting back up to that first step. That isn't collapsed too far, but it's adequate to get back up.
Roger, we copy.
It's a pretty good little jump.
Buzz, this is Houston, F2,
I'm at the
1/160th second for shadow photography on the sequence camera.
Okay. I'm at the foot of the ladder. The LEM footbeds are only depressed in the surface about 1 or 2 inches, although the surface appears to be very, very fine-grained as you get close to it. It's almost like a powder. Ground mass is very fine. I'm going to step off the LEM now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. As the surface is fine and powdery, I can pick it up loosely with my toe. It does adhere in fine layers, like powdered charcoal, to the sole and sides of my boot. I only go in a small fraction of an inch, maybe an eighth of an inch, but I can see the footprints of my boots and the treads in the fine sandy particles.
Neil, this is Houston. We're copying.
There seems to be no difficulty in moving around as we suspected. It's even perhaps easier than the simulations of 16G that we performed in various simulations on the ground. Absolutely no trouble to walk around. The descent engine did not leave a crater of any size. It has about 1 foot clearance on the ground. We're essentially on a very level place here. I can see some evidence of rays emanating from the descent engine, but very insignificant amount. Okay, Buzz, we ready to bring down the camera?
I'm all ready. I think it's 2 miles squared away in good shape.
Okay.
Okay, you'll have to pay out all the LEC, Ned. Looks like it's coming out nice and evenly.
Okay, it's quite dark here in the shadow and a little hard for me to see that I have good footing. I'll work my way over into the sunlight here without looking directly into the sun.
Okay, it's taut now. Unofficial time on the first step, 109.2420. Okay, I think you're pulling the wrong one.
I'm ready to pull it down now. There was still a little bit left in the...
Okay, don't hold it quite so tight. Okay? Okay.
Looking up at the LEM, I'm standing directly in the shadow now, looking up at Buzz in the windows. And I can see everything quite clearly. The light is sufficiently bright, backlighted into the front of the LEM, that everything is very clearly visible.
Okay, I'm going to be changing it up.
Okay.
Neil Armstrong moving around on the lunar surface now, in the vicinity of the LEM. Now back to the LEM leg, one of 4 legs on the lunar module.
Checking the struts to see how they withstood the landing.
It's a lunar dawn and long shadows are cast. But the picture is quite clear. You can see Armstrong moving about. It appeared at one point there that there was a change in polarity in the camera picture. That may have been caused by the bright sunlight when he moved into a lighted area.
Armstrong said the LEM is resting on a level surface and has only sunk perhaps an eighth of an inch into the lunar surface.
The surgeon says that
Camera installed on the ICU bracket.
the surgeon says the crew is doing well. Data is good, crew is doing well.
I'm still in the LEC on the secondary stretch.